I've been using this spreadsheet for over 7 years and it's finally ready for you guys. This spreadsheet is the only reason why I know what the heck is going on with my finances. It is the perfect mix, honestly, of being simple but also giving you meaningful data. So I'll be going over the pro version. There is also a light version available, but let's get into it. So starting in the January section, this is just an example sheet. And you can see the top part is kind of our template data that we'll be reusing every month and adjusting slightly. We have our budget area, our bills, this is recurring bills, and our income area with a section for notes. Scrolling down a little bit, we have a mini dashboard that goes over, our income, our expenses, and a couple pie charts with our spending and our spending habits, which I think is really cool, showing us how much money is going towards necessities versus not really needed. Now we can open up these sections, the budget, spending, and transactions, by clicking the plus icon. And the budget's really important because you can see your balance per category. We can also open the spending section and filter through just categories that we want to see and what we spent for that month. And then at the bottom, we also have a transactions. Now this is where we input all our transactions. You put the amount, the category, the priority, and the date is optional. We don't really want to put monthly bills here because we have that in our setup, your bills section above. And again, that's just going to make it really easy because every new month is going to be a new sheet. So now going to the template section, this is what we just saw, but it's blank. And as you see here, this is what you'll be duplicating every month. So you want to duplicate the template and name it the first 3 letters of that month. So January is JAN, October is OCT. And you do also have the option of 3 custom categories if you wanted, if there's not a category for you. All right, so moving on to the dashboard, you can see on the left-hand side we have navigation, and then you see we have this nice table. This is the really cool part. This shows you the monthly spend for each category over each month, so you can really easily compare with one another. So the lighter the red, the less expensive; the darker the red, the more expensive that month was compared to that same category. And then we can see we also have a spending breakdown for the whole year, spending priority again, and this cool little time chart that shows us our categories. Now, if you do use custom categories, you should rename these so it can properly get those numbers for you. And if you did a new month and these aren't updating, you can simply just delete this month column and paste it, or you can go into extensions, macros, and refresh months. So the savings sheet is a really great tool to see how much you can save and just organize your savings. So whatever month it is, put that down there and it's going to show you how much you have available. So it's income minus budget. And with that number, you can put it over here and then allocate that to all your different savings categories. You can mark it in this table and then see the chart down here. And then you'll see the 50-30-20 rule. It's a really great rule to live by. 50% of your money towards needs, 30% wants, 20% savings, and you'll see how much you're following that red here. And then the last section is this investment allocation, just a great way to, put the amount to invest and then see how you can break that up into different investments. And we have the debt tab. So here you want to log your debt, and then you want to log the payments on the right hand side. Use a negative if your balance increases. Hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully you get that paid off, but you'll see a debt progress right here. Row 6 will show you a cumulative of all your debt, how much you're paying in monthly interest, your debt progress, and your current balance. So the sinking fund is the best way to handle those unexpected costs. And let's be real, they're not even unexpected. You just didn't plan for them properly. So the sinking fund is basically a monthly payment that you put into account, and then when something from the sinking fund comes up in that year, you take it out of this account. Examples are annual bills, car maintenance, gifts, travel, medical appointments, if you have a pet. So with the sinking fund, put in your own categories in the budget, but the really cool thing is when you come across a month that you spend on the sinking fund, you just put it under transactions, label it as sinking fund, and then you go back to the sinking fund and you'll see it there for the month. We can see all these other months in case it's not January. And then you label that as a subcategory inside your sinking fund. So a great way to keep track on where you are for the year for your sinking fund. And then the last tab is net worth. This can be used to track your net worth over time. This is a fun tool to just see your progress. You can use savings accounts, investments, even physical goods, whatever you want for this. All right, so let's talk about how to add a custom currency. There's a few things you can do. So if your currency isn't listed, you want to go into File, Settings, and change the setting to whatever your country is. Save settings. And now you want to select all of the cells that are currency. Go into format, number, and then select currency, and that will update with the new symbol. Now, you can also send me an email and I will do this and send it your way. That is it. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment or send me an email. Thank you and bye-bye.